What's going on, winners? Your boy Loso 2.0. And today I'm talking about how confidence affects performance. Now, before we get started with that, just some housekeeping things. Click that subscribe button below if you're watching this on YouTube to subscribe to the Winnerz Win channel. If you're listening to this on any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review. And yeah, let's pretty much just get started, right? How confidence affects performance. Confidence pretty much has dang near everything to do with performance. Now, I know there's a certain statistic out there where Tony Robbins kind of talks about his ability to be successful. And he talks about how his ability to be successful comes down to two things: 80% mindset, 20% skill, right? So having a very, very strong mindset allows you to then in turn get a lot of things done. So that's where I'm saying having confidence in something really does allow you to have a sort of edge over the next person. And I give you plenty of examples of that, right? So, and I like to refer back to basketball a lot. I know so many times where I was not confident, right? Especially like in high school, not confident in playing the game, not confident in getting the ball in my hand, not confident in doing a lot of things. And there was times where with me not being confident, someone else who was less skilled than me would start over me or get more playing time than me only because they were more confident in their basketball game. It had nothing to do with skill, because when it came down for skill, I would be better than the person. But when it came down to their level of confidence on the court and the coach's trust in this person because of the confidence they had on the court allowed them to have more playing time than me. And there's so many examples of that. We know so many people who are just so gifted at what they do. They're so great. We see them in the gym. We may see them doing something, whatever it is, maybe drawing, maybe playing the gym, maybe dancing, whatever it is that we see them doing. But because they lack in that confidence, they are looking no more than mediocre. And they could even be doing that thing that they're doing and still be scared. And I always give out pretty much examples. That's pretty much dang near the podcast. But when I was driving, right, when I went to driver's ed, I learned how to drive a car, obviously. So we got driver's ed in Delaware. I know like pretty much nowhere else has that. So we learned in Delaware, we learned how to pretty much drive a car in like 10th grade. 10th grade, you actually take a class. It's a semester where you learn about the different driving things, but you have to be able to get it. Like you have to have good grades. You got to it's like certain criteria in order to be able to be selected in order to take this driver's ed. So you do your hours and stuff, then you just get the blue paper, you take it to DMV, you take the test. But the thing is, you don't actually have to go to the DMV and take the test in order to pass it. You could pass the test in class. And then after you take that test, you now have your license in order to drive. So I was doing so good, like killing the projects, doing everything I needed to do to kill my license, doing the virtual. We kind of had like a simulator thing. This is before any type of web quest, meta quest, any type of thing before that. You were actually driving a little virtual car. You would actually drive a virtual car. You're driving a virtual car in there. You're practicing how long it takes you to hit the brake. There's so many things that go into it. But you're actually working on these things before you even touch the road. And I mean, I'm killing all this stuff, man. My brake time, my acceleration of brake time was crazy, man. I mean, doing that in the right time, able to react, knowing the time, like, stay 2 car distances behind, always check your mirrors. I knew like everything, like I was on point. So then I get behind the wheel. My first time actually doing it, right? Literally all that confidence went out the window. Well, I didn't even have confidence. I just knew I knew my stuff. But then when it came to actually performing it, I lacked in the confidence. So he told me to reverse. That's the first thing. You kind of go in the parking lot. You got to back the car up to like the gate. It's like probably maybe 300 feet. Instead of being in reverse, I was in accelerate and I almost ran into the fence. He hit the brakes. They got brakes on their sides too in those cars. Stopped it. Whoa, relax. Remember what you learned, right? Remember what you can do. Right? Sometimes you got to sit back and you got to listen to yourself and think, okay, Carlos, or, whatever your name is, remember who you are. what was the Black Panther when he was getting beat up, right? And Black Panther when he was actually getting in that fight with the first guy, I forgot what his name was, and they were like, "Remember who you are?" And he said, "I'm Prince T'Challa, son of King T'Chaka." Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Remember who you are, right? So that's how you got to build your confidence. Before I keep going into this, though, just a little midway point of this. If you were looking to increase your sales skills, so your ability to persuade someone in order to pretty much do whatever it is you want to do, not manipulation, it could be used as that, but to actually persuade people to take an action to help you in your career or your business. Or if you're looking to gain more confidence, please feel free to text me at the number 302-220-0886. And what I will do is we could get you part of the community in order to get into some coaching and learn about skills and things of that nature as well. But back to the podcast though. So yes, you have to remember who you are. Now, I know I talk about plenty of examples of remembering who you are, but you really have to get back into that mindset of, you know, I'm that person, I'm that guy, I'm that girl, whatever it is, I'm that person. To get that, to become confident, you got to continue to remind yourself. It's not a one-time thing. Like, I'm not this confident man that I am today, although I look a little rough, still feel that level of confidence. I'm not this confident man just from coming out the womb, the confident person. No, I'm confident because of the work that I put in, the work that I put in, the stuff that I get done for myself. Like, I do so much stuff that it's impossible for me not to be confident because of all the work that I put in. And I want the same for you, right? So confidence, it 100% affects performance. And when Prince T'Challa remembered who he was, he put the dude in like some type of 8-figure headlock, leg lock thing on his neck, and say, "Yo, you better tap out or I'm gonna break your neck," pretty much. And your people need you, right? And the guy, he was confident. He had humility, which also kind of goes hand in hand with confidence too. People who lack humility, lack the ability to be humble, also have an insecurity of some sort when it comes to confidence. Trust me, I work at so many people. There's so many people at my job that I work at currently right now that they want to be, it may not even be, they may actually make less money being the big boss, but they decide to be the big boss because of an ego problem. So lack of humility doesn't do anything more for you but lower your confidence level. So you see someone who's not humble, and there's levels of humbleness, right? Like you don't want to be, you want to be confident but not cocky. You know, like I said, we all fall victim to it. But then there's the level that you want to be humble to as well, because when you're humble, because you're so confident that you know that there's some things also that you need to work on to continue to keep your confidence up, you're going to be humble enough to put your ego to the side and actually ask for that help. But some people lack from that. So lacking that humility also affects your performance as well too. And I'm talking about, like I said, on all levels. If you don't have confidence, you are not going to be able to make a jump shot. Like when I played basketball on yesterday, I actually was just playing great games because I went and got shots up. I worked on my game, focused. Okay, I got to reach higher. I kept feeling that. And then when we played, that's what I did. I reached higher, I ran the floor. I just did everything hard. And I was confident in my game that I was going to, stop whoever it was and, beat whoever it was that I was playing against. So you have to become, and that's when it comes to sports. When it comes to women, or for women, when it comes to men, the partner, this opposite sex, is attracted to that type of energy of confidence. When you can tell when someone, like, confidence just like oozes from them, right? Because that's what they call riz, which is really charisma. It's really just coming from that confident level. Like, you just feel so confident in yourself. You have so much energy for yourself that people actually feel that it just come oozing out of you. You're like, you know what? I gotta know who that person is. I gotta talk to that person. So it affects your performance with that when it comes to picking a woman. Obviously at work too, and especially in my job, with sales, confidence is hand in hand. It's a big thing. If you have confidence and consistency, the 2 C's, confidence, consistency, you're going to pretty much close anything that you want in life. So confidence, consistency affects performance there at work too as well. You want that raise. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to your business, when it comes to just things you do on the side, right? Like when I'm playing the game with my friends, I gotta have confidence in order to perform, in order to play better at Call of Duty. No matter what it is, confidence is going to affect your performance, and it's going to be majority of the reason why. So that's what I'll have for you guys today. Again, confidence does affect performance. Again, I want you guys to keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. If you watch this on YouTube, click that subscribe button below. And if you're listening to this on any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review below. Thanks.